Need some of those foam mats to stick to the wall. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a wall echo. Yeah, that's fine. The wall echo is good. Yeah. Wall echo is okay. It's got the wall echo. That's fine. You can't. We'll try to do something about that. Not much. Let's take a look at. Okay, perfect. I guess everything's good. Everything's
A with cells. That's all.
All right, can just bring up the stream over here. I'm gonna make sure everything's okay. So, guys are looking for buys on GJ. I would say GJ tapped into the high over here at 139.200. So kind of like wait over here. Maybe not rush into buys yet, because I'm not in the buys right now. You know. I'm not in the buys, so I don't want anyone taking buys without me. Yeah, so I'm still getting used to this new setup over here. I have a different setup here. Let me see if I can change some things here. Oh, okay, this is good. Now you can see more of me. Oh, now we can dance. Did you get a new haircut? Or is it new house? Or is it the new shirt? Yeah, I think it's the house. We moved from the golden house to the blue house now. So we'll put some things here later on. When does the 4K webcam come in? It's too expensive. I looked at those. They were too pricey. Basically, I'm broke right now. All right, so let's look at the 4 hour here. Let's do some analysis here on GBJPY, my favorite pair here. Let's see. So basically, we created a high. We created a high at 139.200 right over here, right? Then we got the 4 hour. 4 hours rejecting that. Okay, so 4 hour basically made a new high, and now it's kind of like rejecting to make like a support to continue moving up. So let's take a look on the 1 hour here. 1 hour basically had a resistance at 138.970, and now this current 1 hour seems like it's coming down. So for it to continue moving back up, we need to see if a support is going to be formed. So yeah, probably just going to wait over here. We shall wait. Your mic is terrible. Oh, no, mic is perfectly fine. You can change the quality. Man, YouTube gulag. They don't know how to use YouTube. Let's see. Yeah, it's just the echo. Alright, let's take a look at this. This is bullish in all time frames, high highs, high lows, waiting for a breakout, support created. Okay, I think it's going to be better if you look at the 30 minute. Right, because now in the 15 minute, it's kind of like consolidating here. So what you gotta do is, I would want to wait for a 30 minute closing bullish. That's when I'm gonna know that, okay, now it's gonna work. So I'm gonna wait for a 30 minute to close bullish. Let's take a look at this GJ chart. Testing. Yeah, there's an echo. There's an echo because it's an empty room. That's why there's an echo. We're going to get a few rugs over here today. People are worried about the quality as if they're watching a movie right now. This is not a movie. This is for educational purposes. Yeah, GJ is just ranging. Oh, it's a nice chart, nice label chart. You got support forming, resistance forming. You got a TP at 139, 350. Yeah, just gotta wait. Just gotta wait. Because if this is a minor support being formed on the 15 minute, see this? If this is a minor support being formed, and if we do break below this area here, then I think there's a very high probability we're going to continue moving down towards 138, 900, or even 138, 870. So those are some things I'm looking at. I mean, if the candle can close bullish, that would mean okay, we might continue moving up. But if it closes below this area, then obviously that move down would be a retracement. Take a look at, kind of want to see how ADP was yesterday, because we got bank rates earlier on and it kept the rates the same. Obviously they didn't really have much of a movement. I mean, this is when there were the bank rates right over here. This is the bank rates right here, and the reason it pushed, oh wow, 48 pip move up. Damn. Okay, let's take a look at ADP yesterday. ADP was pretty bad. It was super bad, man. So basically they're expecting 1.2 million and it came up to 167,000. Super bad. So I think NFP is going to be equally as bad tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a big day for NFP. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait over here. Let's try if we can do this. Alright, how about, oh okay, it looks like we're breaking below over here now. Let me just see if we can also change a little setting over here. Change the setting to Logitech wireless headset.
All right, perfect, perfect. Shouldn't be any echo now. Yeah, it was my mistake. It was, I basically have 4 mics. I have 4 mics. Webcam, this one, there's another one, and then there's this one. Looks like we may heading down over here, so yeah, so we're gonna wait and see how this candle closes there. Let's take a look at this chart. This is strong bullish movement in London session. Wicks, we're doing a madness here, okay, madness. If there's a 30-minute bullish candle close and support formed to look for buys, okay, candle close below here to look for sells. Yeah, perfect. So if this 15-minute candle closes here, there's a very high probability price may continue moving down towards 138, 900. So it's important for this candle to close. I'm gonna wait for this candle to close. Most times when you're trying to look for a trade or you're trying to take a trade, sometimes you may miss the move, because you're waiting for the candle to close. And I think that's totally fine, because when you miss the move, that means you missed out on the opportunity of having a little bit of a stress, right? And the stress would be like, if you would have taken a sell here, the stress would have been like, okay, what if it comes back up? What if it does something like, weird that I'm not sure of, So removing that doubt is really, really important. So I'm basically totally fine by missing moves if I do miss moves. Let's take a look at gold here now. Gold is sitting at 2048 over here. Gold basically went in the future. We were looking at gold. We're like, okay, gold's going to come up to 2000 and it's going to reject it. It didn't reject it. And then we were looking at gold coming up to 2020, and we're like, okay, at 2020, gold has to reject, because the real world rejected 2020. A lot of shit happening in 2020. So, and gold broke above 2020 and continued moving in the future now. Now we're moving at 2040. You just look at gold on daily, you're just like, you just want to shake your head. You're like, man, come on, gold. What are you doing over here? Still waiting for that candle to close. Something wrong with the settings. I don't have 4K on my settings. That's totally fine because it's 76p today. So just be happy that I'm alive. You're alive to watch this stream. Man, people complain way too much, man. If you guys go read the Gulag, holy, they're complaining through the roof. That's why you guys in the Gulag, man. That's why you're there. All right. Yeah, I should turn the audio off for the Gulag. Just make them watch the video. All right, what's this chart? GP CAD. Okay, so you're looking for buys over here. You're looking for buys over here, going up towards this area. Okay. Yeah, let's take a look over here. Let's see. GP CAD. GP CAD. How did you start trading? The way how I started trading was because while I was working, I had a lot of time on my hands, and a buddy of mine, he was trading, and I was like, man, like, what is this? You know, I want to like learn this and something like that. So that's how I started. I had time on my hands. I had my business was basically automated, so I wasn't really putting in a lot of work in it. It was just automated. So I wanted to do things on the side. Yeah, GP CAD can continue moving up. Let's take a look on the 1 hour. GP CAD will continue moving up. It will continue moving up. The only problem is that looking at this 15-minute candle, now this 15-minute candle is heading bullish. So I think a rule of thumb would be to wait for a support to be formed, because essentially now GP CAD has so much volume. Normally it's totally okay to look at the 15-minute charts on GP CAD because there's a lot of volatility in this pair. So if I was here wanting to take a buy, I think this would be a risky buy by leaving the stop below the 30-minute candle and aiming for 1.75260. But theoretically, I would want to wait for support to be formed. But I do think it's going to continue moving up over here. It should continue up to here. Let's see here. All right, let's take a look at this chart. This is resistance, support, resistance, potential target support formed. Waiting to see if support will form to look for buys. Yeah. Can you post a link to test chat? Yeah, I already did. Already posted it. Let's take a look at this chart here. You got a lot of charts coming in today. Buys after 30-minute candle close bullish above 139.200. Target is 140. Pretty good. Sells after 30-minute candle close below 139. Yeah, looks good on a 30-minute chart. This is an entire range now, right? This is an entire range right over here. This area is just goat shit. This is what we call goat shit. When candles are closing next to each other. So this 30-minute candle still has, look at this 15-minute candle, right? 15-minute candle is closing above support. It has a resistance formed here. There's no trade. It's just ranging. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles printing side by side. They're still ranging. So at this stage, I'm just waiting, man. Look, we got 15 minutes left for this candle to close. And it's easy now, because you can just wait 15 minutes. You can do whatever you want. 15 minutes. Let's take a look at this EJ chart someone sent. Let's take a look at this. This is waiting for price to close bullish above this area for confirmation. Okay, looks good. I'm going to be waiting for this candle to close, the 30-minute candle to close. And we'll see what happens. EJ broke support plus broke the low. Yeah, I think this is very risky. I think this is extremely risky trade. I think you should have taken a retest. Like wait for price to make like a minor resistance and then take the trade. Free money today. Free money every day, Daniel. Every day. Come on, man. We do this every day. Daniel's got that fur over his mic. I wonder what that fur does. Oh, it's a pop filter. Oh, I think it keeps the wind out or something. I think I entered early on buys. Should I wait for a 30-minute support? Well, I think that's a good idea to wait, right? I mean, I think it's a great idea to wait. Let's see here. Let's see what you did. So okay. You took a buy over here. Entry when the candle broke the previous candle wick. Yeah, but there's resistance here, man. There's a resistance here right over here. So I think you played yourself. I'm just waiting for this candle to close and then I'm going to see what we can do. Can you explain more about why you wait for the candle to close on a high time frame and ranging? Yeah, because I want this candle to close above this area. I want this candle to close over here. If I can see a candle closing above this area, then I know that okay, the next candle will have a higher probability to go up. So that's why I want to wait for that high probability to take the trade. I don't want to take a trade thinking that, oh, okay, you know what, I hope it goes up. I want to take a trade with confirmation. So that's why I'm waiting for this candle to close. The 15-minute candle closed, but it closed with no wick. There's also this minor resistance here. Now, two things can happen, right? The number one thing that can happen is that this 30-minute candle can close just like this, and then we can take the trade on the next candle to go up, or this 30-minute candle, which means also this last 15-minute candle, can break this resistance and continue moving up. If it does continue moving up, in that case, I've missed the trade basically. Can't really do anything about it. But the experienced trader in me, Raja Banks says, hey, listen, man, you gotta wait for the candle to close. So I'm gonna wait for the candle to close. I'm actually gonna have a Raja Banks picture right over here somewhere. It's gonna be somewhere over there. It's gonna say 10 pips a day keeps the stress away. This is gonna be like a big D call over here. Trust me, man, this house I bought is only because of 10 pips. 10 pips a day. People been trolling me for 4 years, and for 4 years I've been stacking up to buy a house. 10 pips. Probably a pet tiger. I don't know. Oh, this thing is really moving up here. Let's see here. So let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at the Chinese indicator right over here. Chinese indicator is saying pound is really strong. It's saying yen is strong as well. This normally means this is going to range, right? So if we look at the chart right now on the 15-minute, we see, 5-minute is just garbage. Look at that. Just look at that. So garbage. 15-minute, also, nothing to do here. Now, if we look at Euro GBP, Euro is really, really weak. So Euro GBP should be coming down, right? So for practice, let's take a look at it. Oh, actually, let's take a look at GP CAD too. Look, see? Pound is really strong. CAD is really weak. So GP CAD is moving up over here. So now we're going to look at Euro GBP. Euro GBP should be moving down. Wow, look at that. It's moving down. Magic, right? No, not really. It's just price action. But we're coming down to support. This is where people go wrong by looking at the Chinese indicator, because they're like, okay, euro is weak, pound is strong. This means your GP should be moving down. But when you're going to sell, you're basically selling a support, and that's not the right thing to do. Right now, you need to wait for support to break, a minor resistance to be formed, and then take the sell. How did you save up 100,000 before Forex at a young age? I think my young age was around 29, 28 years old. And the reason I did that by working. Literally, I had no expenses. I was living with my mom and dad. My monthly expense was like $500. That was my top expense, $500. I was making around 12,000, 11,000, um, and that, most of it was just being saved. It was just being saved. Were you married back then? No, not at that time. I got married when I was like 29, 28. I'm 33 right now. So see, G just still arranging here, and there's no trade. Trust me, as much as you guys want to take a trade, I want to take a trade too, because I want that highlight, you know? I want to make that highlight for the day, and I just gotta wait. Yeah, from work. I was in the sales industry. We were selling water filters, furnaces, and hot water tanks. Per sale, we were making around $1,600, $1,800. I had a team of 15 people under me, right? And if every person made a sale, me as the owner operator, I made $1,600. And then from that 1,600, the agents would get like $400 per sale, $500 per sale, you know, so that's how I grew the business. And then I found Forex, you know, and here we are. Yeah, people make really good money in sales. I think, man, listen, if you have the ability to sell, you can never ever go broke. Never like sales teaches you so much things about discipline, integrity. Man, like if I wouldn't have dived into sales, man, I wouldn't be where I am right now. Ooh, look at that thing, man, just reversing strong. See what I say about candle close? You gotta wait for the candle close. This 30-minute candle, this was bearish, and then it went bullish, and now it's going bearish again. You know, so we don't know what G is doing. So we're waiting. Did you buy a course at the start of trading? Yeah. I my first account was $200. I opened a $200 account. I blew it in 2 weeks. And then I said to myself, okay, you know what? I need some guidance. And then I found Ted on Instagram. I started asking him questions. And then I found out, okay, like, you know what? He knows what he's doing. And then I paid him for his mentorship. And that's it. I only had one mentorship. That was Ted. Yeah, this thing is just gotta wait. We got 7 more minutes. Oh, nice, man. Bro, these mouse pads, I still haven't got them. You gotta send it to me. You gotta send this mouse pad. 3 wins in a row. Damn, that's a pretty good mouse pad. This is the mouse pad I'm using. Black Bull Markets. They sent it to me. Black Bull Markets. Wow, look at that sell-off. That thing is selling off hard, coming down towards 138,890. Does it get annoying answering the same questions over and over again? No, not really, not at all. Because I think every day we have new people who come in, so obviously, you know, the questions are going to be repetitive, and I don't mind them at all. Not one bit. Yeah, basically, so we broke below this area here, right? So if we look at the candles, this is what the candles were saying. Candle closed over here, this candle rejected here, this candle closed above here, so we got a support formed. Now this candle has broke this area. If I want to take a trade, I would want to see like a resistance forming here and then coming down, because this is now a missed trade. You know, there was no confirmation that it's going to go down, except for the fact, like, you know, this 30-minute candle closed bearish, and you could have anticipated it to go down by having the stop up over here and selling down here, but you know, it would have been risky. So just staying very calm today. What's your bias for today? My bias for today is, I have no bias here for today. I mean, if you look on the daily, daily is bullish, right? Daily is bullish. Daily is tapping into a very strong resistance we reached in the first week of June around 139, 240. Looking on the 4 hour also tapped up at 139, 230. Now it's kind of like rejecting, coming down a little bit. Looking at the 1 hour, 1 hour is also coming down to an area where it forms support, so we're kind of like waiting over here. Good morning. Isn't there a very strong resistance that turns flat support at 139, or you are not taking it according? Yeah, so basically 139 was a strong, um, right here, right? This was a strong resistance formed yesterday, but we can't take a buy over here because there's no support formed, right? So we gotta wait for that. So we gotta wait. So there's this one here, and I'm looking at this one here, the most recent one, right over here. So either price can form a support in this area at 139, or it can form a support right over here. We don't know that. We don't know that unless the support has been formed. So we just gotta wait for the support to be formed. There are no signals for buying yet. Man, I don't know where people are getting these signals, man. Hook me up with your, hook me up with those things. Signals for buying. Oh, I don't think I can hear you guys. Oh, problem. All right, hold on. Someone.
Good morning, Raja.
Oh, hey, good morning. I can hear you now.
Yeah, what's good, bro?
Oh, perfect. Yeah, good, good. Everything's blessed.
Hey man, can you check the 4 hour and then the 1 hour real quick?
Yep. On GJ?
Yeah, man. I was just trying to follow what you guys were looking at. I was just
His mic is in the gulag.
Yeah, this is it on the 1 hour here. So just kind of waiting here.
all right, bless, man. Yeah, I was just trying to take a look and see what you guys were seeing. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I'm just like waiting here. This candle's coming down. I'm not sure where it's gonna close. It's gonna close in 2 minutes. If we do a retest off around, 139.050, I might be looking to take sells with stops above the previous 30-minute to continue moving down. That's what I'm looking at right now. So let's see how this closes. All right, let's take a look at this chart here. What's good, G? Oh, Euro USD. Waiting for price to break out of the box to decide if buy or sell position, take profit at next level. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense here. Breaking below the low over here to continue down.
Danielle, did you buy the chicken or something?
That's not my chicken.
Daniel looks like the kid in class. A kid in class who's just laughing, and the teacher says, "Hey, what's that joke over there? Share the joke with the class." That's what Daniel looks like right now.
Oh, those are my chickens. We got chickens in my neighborhood.
Oh, nice.
You must be in Hialeah or Miami Lakes, huh?
Nah, I'm in Broward, man. I'm out of here.
Could you kindly inform as to what platform you're using to monitor these Forex trades? We are using the TradingView platform to monitor these trades over here. So yeah.
Hey, Raja.
Hey.
Hialeah is actually the gulag of Miami.
Oh yeah. Bro. Bro, sounds like you're in a village, not in Miami. What's this? GPAUD? Waiting for minor support to take a long afterwards, okay? Where can entry be? If we knew where the entry could be, no one would be on the streams over here. Where could the entry be? I think you'll need to wait for some bullish candles forming to take an entry. But oh, okay, this candle just closed. 15-minute candle just closed. I don't want to take a sell over here because you know the stop is going to be a little deep in that range, so I don't want to take a sell here. I'm gonna wait for another 15-minute candle to form, and then I'm gonna decide what I'm gonna do. All right now. Because if I take a sell here, it's going to be the aggressive sell. Stop is going to be around 13, 14 pips. I don't want to risk 13, 14 pips, you know, for like a 16 pip gain. I kind of want to see another 15-minute candle forming, like a bullish one, and then I want to see a bearish candle forming, and then I'm going to take a sell. That's going to be a good sell in my part. So basically, it's going to look something like this. So we're going to have a maybe a bullish candle forming here, and then a bearish candle forming, and then that's going to be my sell to continue down. And that's also going to be the time when we slowly move into the closer towards the New York Open. So I think it's going to be a pretty good idea over there. I mean, I think so. So I'm going to wait. I'm planning to wait over here. Would you sell that on impulse? No, I'm not going to sell that at all. I just explained how am I going to sell it. If I'm going to sell it with confirmation, then why would I even want to think about selling with impulse? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm not going to sell it with impulse. I'm going to wait. Because you get paid to wait, man. You get paid to wait. So I'm going to wait.
Yeah, Raj, I gotta agree with you that a lot, man. The last month I've been taking a lot less trades, and it's been much better, man.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And also, I'm not trading on the phone no more, bro. 3 years of the phone, I finally put it away.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah, I think like when more people jump towards the computer and like do like, you know, analysis that way, it helps you a lot.
Yeah, man. And plus the phone, besides getting a better analysis on the laptop or the computer, is that on the phone, you're more impulsive. You know, you're just more prone to look at it, close, or enter more entries, you know?
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's take a look at this chart here. Oh. This could be retesting 0.960. Yeah, it could be. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. Would you wait for that bearish to close, or as soon as it breaks the low of the bullish candle in your explanation? Oh, yeah, we'll see what happens. It's way too much to think right now. We'll see what happens. I mean, so far I know I'm waiting for this candle to close, and there are 11 minutes left for me to wait, so I'm just waiting.
Hey, Raja.
Hey.
Let's say, for example, price goes back. Let's say price goes to 138.860, correct? And let's say we form support at that area. Would you consider buying from 138.60 to, let's say, where price is at right now, like support at like 139.060, a level of resistance?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because that's what I was looking for. I was looking for maybe like a pullback into that area of 138.900, 138.850 level to form support in that area to buy it right back up to 131.900 and then possibly swing it to like 139.200, 500 area.
Yeah, exactly. Because when the news came out last night, it moved up and then it formed support at this area, 138.850. So that support was formed during London session, right? And London session has a lot of volume. So if that session created support, that means that this price level is a very important price. So you're right, bro. Like if it comes down here, forms like a support, I think it's going to be a good opportunity to take a buy to continue up. But so far, it looks like this trade has been missed because I didn't find any confirmations. And it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, let's take a look at this chart here. I'm waiting for a support formed at 139. Well, we crossed 139. This candle closes bearish with the next candle breaking the previous candle bullish. Okay. Yeah, now it's coming down over here.
Ooh, she's melting.
Is getting excited over wins as bad as feeling down when you take a loss? No, not really, unless you don't overtrade. Unless you don't overtrade, everything should be perfectly fine. Would you say the 5-minute chart on GJ would have been in confirmation to sell? See, now that I look at it, maybe the break of this low. But I don't look at too much 5-minute charts, you know, like I've had 5-minute chart give me a lot of headaches. So based on that, I stopped looking at the 5-minute charts. Ooh, this thing is heading down. See, it should reject this area. If it doesn't reject this area, I think it should continue down towards 138,700. And I'm in no trades right now. 0. Let's take a look at this chart here. This is GJ. I made an entry here before your stream. Looks like the price created support, closed over here. Looks good. Why didn't it work out? Because there was resistance here. That's why it didn't work out. Major confluence to the upside, 50 SMA in 0.50 zone, break and retest. Wink, wink, devil face.
LOL.
Yeah, sure. So we're gonna wait and see what happens when price comes down to your 0.50 area.
Oh, it already touched the 0.50 area.
Yeah. Oh, actually, you know what? Do you think GJ will correct the move from London? I think that's gonna happen. I think that's gonna happen, and let me tell you why. The rates were kept the same, right? Where is it? Back. Yeah. So the rates were kept the same. Nothing changed. Absolutely nothing changed. Now, since the interest rates is a very high volatile move, price moved up because they saw, okay, well, the rates were kept the same, so this means it's good news. So price moved up. So since the rates were kept the same, I think this move should be corrected because, I mean, look at this, you know, so price moved from 138,460 all the way up to 139, like almost 80 pips, you know, and there was no fundamental change that happened in the economy. So I think if we can get some sort of a minor resistance forming, I think this whole move can be corrected and we can continue down towards 138,470 where this move started. I've seen this happen before, you know, so someone called me crazy or whatever, but you know, basically that's a very good idea. I've seen that happen a lot of times before. So it makes sense. Who said that? Pip Hammer, the chicken man. Man, thank you for that idea. Yeah, so probably gonna wait here now. Thoughts on my UJ analysis. This is using confluences and strategies. Let's take a look here. This is a fib strategy. What's your thoughts on this carry on flooding or reversal? Took this paste on the, I think it's pretty good. I think technically as well it made sense for it to continue down towards this support you have here at 0.236. It's pretty good. Of course you're entering into some sort of a consolidation here. We can't really, alright, let's just zoom in here. Yeah, you're entering some sort of a territory here where price kind of ranged here, but you know, if candles do respect higher lows and higher highs, you should get this continuation moving down.
That was actually a clean little move there, but he's got to be careful at that level of support.
Yeah. Yeah, gotta wait over here, man. Gotta wait. If we look at 30-minute and the 1-hour current candle went bullish within the 1/6 the time of candle open without the top wick, what do you think about this? If you look at the 30-minute and the 1-hour candle, the current candle went bullish. I don't know if it went bullish, man. I think it went bearish. Oh, bearish. What do I think about that? Nothing. I think whatever. You know, because I was looking for confirmations to sell. I didn't get those confirmations and price moved down. And I'm like, okay, what? It is what it is. You can't do anything about it. Because every time when price moves on the chart, every time when price moves on the chart, it's not necessary for it to have a reason why it's moving in a certain way. Sometimes, market does whatever it wants and there's no reason for that, and we as traders, we're here to look for confirmations. We're here to look for safe entries with safe stop losses, with predictive take profits. That's why we're here. And when some things, they don't make sense, they don't make sense. Sometimes in life things are, it is what it is. That's how it is sometimes. Sometimes you can drive and sometimes you'll be driving 10 over the speed limit, cop is going to see you, he's not going to say anything to you. Sometimes you drive 10 over, cop sees you, he gives you a ticket. It is what it is. Can't do anything about it. That's how the market is. Sometimes it just moves, It doesn't give any reason, or there's no reason. But trading is all about looking for a reason. So if we want price to continue moving down, I would want to see some sort of a resistance forming for me to see that, okay, now price may continue down, or if a support formed, then that's going to tell me, okay, now price may continue moving up. So we got to wait. Don't you believe that the 4-hour confirmation to get out of the range and now is a liquidity grab to keep going up? Yeah, but like, we can't take a buy over here because of the interest rates that you comment. I think that may be a fake. Yeah, I mean, there's no buys right now. Because there's no buys because candles are bearish. There's no sells because we're at support. Yeah. Ooh, I'm a runner on GJ. Learned a lot of the streams. Oh, nice. And my mentor Daniel. Thanks, Raja, as well as for teaching me how to. Oh, nice, beautiful. Engulf City. You think gold will break 2054 support and start to climb? What's my biggest pet peeve? My biggest pet peeve is when people try to act professional and they can't get their support and resistance right. They say support as resistance, they say resistance as support. I mean, I just don't understand. Don't act professional if you can't get your support resistance right. Okay, someone's trying to spam the chat here. Gonna put user in timeout. Yeah, just wait and let's take a look at the news over here. We got news coming in. We got challenger job cuts coming in. We got unemployment claims coming in. This is going to be a market mover here. A market mover is going to be unemployment claims. This is what they're going to tell us, that how many people filed for unemployment, right? So if we look at the ADP numbers here, ADP is based on now, when you guys get your paycheck, right? When you get your paycheck, on the top right corner or on the top left corner, you'll see ADP written up. ADP is a company that processes payrolls for 90% of the people. Oh, what's going on over here? Okay. Yeah, they process 90% of the payrolls for people. So when they say ADP non-farm employment change, this basically means is that they're consulting the company to saying that, okay, like what was the change in employment for you guys? So then they give their numbers to them. And then you got the NFP. NFP is the official number. So, I mean, if you didn't know that, I mean, that's a good information to know. I mean, that's something to know that, okay, ADP won't really move something. Like, it may spike price here and there, but not a lot, because it's just a private company that gives numbers away that, okay, this is what happened. Tokyo governor repeats that they must think about declaring state of emergency if virus situation worsens. Well, it shouldn't worsen because I'm going to London. Can you share why your top zone or resistance level is at the wicks at 139.225 and not at the top of the Yeah, I mean, that one, this one is the higher time frame. It's for visual references. So I can move it down over here too. There's no difference. See, I can move it here too. There we go. There's no difference. That's just for my visual. Do we have a guest tomorrow? I don't think we have a guest tomorrow. There's no guest tomorrow. Yeah, there's no guest tomorrow. I think we'll have, who can we have a guest? Mana. Jacob Mana can be our guest tomorrow. Yeah, there we go. Gang signs. What gang is this, man? It's a Forex gang. Yeah.
Not gang, that's just rock and roll.
Oh, rock and roll, yeah. Imagine you move in New York, you're like, oh, rock and roll. They're like, oh, it's a guy in a gang. Get him.
You gotta be careful downtown.
Yeah, I gotta be careful. Apologies for these repetitive questions, but what advice would you give to a 27-year-old who is trying to gain major bankroll over Forex trading? I would say work and save money. That's the best way to get bankroll, is to save money. If you're coming into trading to get a bankroll, it's not going to work. It's not going to work at all. Forex is going to disappoint you if you're going to come here to get a bankroll. Because the thing is that we have, what do we got over here? We have around 3,200 people here. We got 260 in Zoom. I mean, some people, like, sometimes, when you trade to pay off some debts, when you trade to pay off, some loan you have, or you want to pay somebody, or you want to pay like a bill, it's not going to work, because now you're going to be trading, and once you're trading to get those things done, you're trading under pressure, and when you're trading under pressure, you're pressured to succeed, and that's not going to work at all, because every loss you're going to think of it, oh man, you know what, I took a loss, I need to take another trade to make up this loss. I lost money, I need to make up this, whatever you're trying to do. So it's going to be very, very hard. The best way to trade is to trade with a clear mind. When you have no pressure, you have no stress. If you take a loss, you're like, okay, you know what? I'll come back the next day. There's no one looking over your shoulder saying, hey, you lost my money, man. When can I make that money back? There's no one like that. And that's the worst feeling to be in. I know a bunch of people are in this situation right now, where they have people looking over their shoulders saying, hey, where's my money, man? And you're like, no, just give me a month. Give me a month. Let me trade your money back. Not gonna happen. I've been there, done that, and knock on this plastic table I have. That time is over. But yeah, that's the worst thing to be in. Especially, when you, the worst thing is when you do good on a demo account for a month and then you take someone's money to trade. Ooh, that's going to be a bad time. Bad time. Oh, wow, what's this? Your entry was right over here and you got stopped out over here. Now you got to explain to me, why was your entry over here at the bottom and why was your stop loss randomly placed in the middle of a candle here? Just didn't make any sense. Your stop should have been right here, or your entry should have been when this was a perfect trade that I would have taken to take a sell. And I'll tell you where. Price made a low in a downtrend. Whenever price makes a resistance, there's a very high probability price is going to retest the low. So I would have taken an impulse entry once this bearish candle broke the low of the previous candle. Stop would have been up over here and price would have came down here and I would have had a good day. That's the difference between me and you. Hey, why the previous candle is not a confirmation candle to sell? Because the stop was too big. For me, the stop loss was too big, so I didn't execute on it. And if you see right now, price is just coming up over here. So yeah, I mean, if you do form some sort of a resistance, I think we should continue moving down. I think also because this is a very strong area here, 139, it's a very strong area. For buys, I would want to see candle closing above 139, 120. Hey, I got a job offer for a delivery job for Amazon. After taxes, it's 1,600 euros a month. I think 2 weeks per month, whatever. The only problem is the full-time job. Should I take it? Well, you know, if you're going to be making more money than what you are, I think you should take it. You should take it. Your current candle is showing no wick. I think you need to open your eyes, man. There are wicks on every candle. I mean, everyone can see this wick over here. So I'm just waiting. Man, talking about Amazon, I saw this one Amazon driver. I was watching him from my window. He drove from the truck. He threw the box like this, and I heard a bang. And I looked, and the box bounced from the guy's door. And he just went away. And I was like, yo, what? What if that was an iPad or something? What if someone ordered a garbage MacBook? It's a good thing you threw it though. Screw MacBooks. Raja needs to be paid for social advice, life advice. Yeah, man, on these streams, you come here on these streams, you not only get advice on trading, you get advice on risk management, you get advice on love life, on everything. Because we have people from all sorts of backgrounds here. From all sorts of backgrounds here. And I'm just waiting for these candles to close, man. Like, look at this. Now it's just so hard to trade. This is so difficult right now. I mean, what is even going on over here? Is this the big range we're in now? 26 pip range? Yeah, I am in no rush to trade over here. What's your outlook on GJ the whole day? Well, my outlook was bullish, but now it has changed, right? Now my outlook is I'm looking for buys above. Let me put this over here. Buys above 139, 120. I'm looking for buys above 129, 139, 120 over here. And if I see some sort of confirmation for sell, like let's say if this candle closes bullish and the next 15 minutes, now here's the tricky part. Here's some things that people don't understand, but after a while you're going to start to understand them. Is that if this 15-minute candle closes bullish, and if the next 15-minute candle breaks the low of this 15-minute candle, then I'm going to be executing a sell, anticipating the pre-New York and the New York Open volume to break this minor support and continue down towards 138.450, because this was the move up from the interest rates, and since the rates were kept the same, it should have no business going up, you know, because the rates were kept the same, there was nothing changed. So that was just an impulse move up. So I think this move up can be corrected moving down. So that's what I'm going to be looking for to sell. So far I'm just waiting here. So, you know, we have another room here to the side. If someone, you know, someone's husband or wife kicks them out, they get a breakup, you're most welcome to stay here. Yeah, that goes for you too, Ted.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'll come stay at your place. Well, we can do a live stream from your office.
Yeah.
People can't see me because I don't have a camera. There's a camera there. I'll be like, hey, how's it going?
Hey. Would you consider buys? Yeah, it just says right over here, buys above 139, 120. Damn, man. Come on. Come on, guys, work with me here. Based off 30-minute, if price closes as is, would that be a sell confirmation? No. For me, a sell confirmation is going to be when I see a break of the low over here, and then I'm going to anticipate the New York Open to break the support and continue moving down. That's what I'm going to be looking at.
Yeah, that 139 level is very, very tough. But the good thing is, I mean, once it breaks it, we're off to the races.
Yeah. Yep. Yesterday, the thing came to 139 and just dropped.
Yeah, that was really interesting. I mean, I honestly thought we were dropping at 139 at the open so that we could climb further up.
Like
But
a
we never actually
retracement,
got
right?
the climb. Yeah. Like I knew we were going to drop at 8 o'clock just because as orders come in, but I figured at one point we'd create support and start pushing back up, and we never did. So I mean, it's pretty good if you took sells at 139. You were good for a while.
How do you decide between rejection wicks and wick fill potentials? You need enough range. Yeah, you need enough range. So I would want to sell once the 15-minute breaks the low over here. Okay. How do I send my chart to Raga for him to view? Well, the first thing, Raga is not here. Second thing, it's all in the description. You already moved into your new house within 2 days. That's super fast. Yes, my trades are super fast and my moves are super fast. 10 pip moves and 10 pip trades.
Well, technically, it should only take you like a day to move in. I mean, it takes you.
Yeah,
It takes
a day,
you-
man. Come on, bro. A day.
Well, no, you just drop everything off. Like, I mean, it depends what you're doing, right? Like, if you have a truck, you put everything in the morning, and then by the afternoon, you just keep settling in, right?
Yeah, I had manpower for 1 day, so whatever we could move, we moved, and the rest we just kind of like made
Yeah.
trips back and forth. Yeah. What do you think about AUD JPY? I think AUD JPY is closed at this time, so that's what I think about AUD JPY. All right, this candle is closing in 2 minutes. I'm going to be getting ready to sell once the next candle breaks the low right over here, because I think we're going to be continue moving down, and the stop is going to be at 139.020. So we'll have to wait 2 more minutes. Yeah, because this move, interest rate move, this should get corrected. So we'll see what happens. Let's take a look at this chart. Closing above here and breaking the high of the 30-minute candle could be a confirmation to take buys in my opinion. Okay, I'm going to be looking for buys above 139, 120. Could you please change the soundtrack? No, the soundtrack remains the same. Could you make quick analysis on UJ, please? Okay. Oh, UJ is coming down to a support. I think someone's already in sell on UJ. We saw a chart there earlier. So 138,900. Okay. Uncle Ted, do you think today's candle will mirror this candle? Like going up, going down?
I guess he means going up. It's once again, I think we talked about this yesterday. I don't want to take positions unless we get some sort of rejection here to the upside, because once again, you have this whole zone right here. This is a zone, right? So we talked about this yesterday on the live stream. This is a zone. So at any given point, as price comes in here into this area, this whole zone, it can reject. So we can get right to the top of this level, and then it could pull all the way back and then start to drop again. So everybody keeps forcing trades, and this is what GJ does to a lot of people, is you know that you're at a daily zone, and you trade into it, and then it rejects, and then you're like, well, I didn't know, like, why is that doing that? You can see why is it doing that. It's doing that because of this level over here. And if we then extend this over, you can see it comes into that other zone there. So you can see we're even a little bit deeper. You can technically go a little bit deeper to this zone here. And then you'd say, well, which zone am I using? Usually you'd want to use this area over here, but you can keep this area over here as just, just a cautionary approach, right? Like if you were trading this candle here, you could say, okay, when we start to come up to this point here in this area, I'd close my trade. So now that we're in this area, what we need to see is we need to see a bit of a rejection down, and then we have to push out, because once again, this is a new zone, right? So this is our new zone because we have rejections. We have to leave that zone for then us to grab this candle over here. So until we get some sort of rejection, it could bounce around in this zone before it actually takes off. So just keep that in mind. And Raj is right when he says, you want buys above a certain level, because that means that you're cracking that zone, and then hopefully support is created over here as an example, and we keep moving, right? So it's just the way that price is moving, and understanding how the higher time frames affect your current smaller time frames, right? A lot of people would say, oh, the hour is going up, but you have to be careful because the hour wicked up and then it'll push down, and then now you might have rejection for the rest of the day again, just like we did yesterday. So it's just a matter of understanding what the higher time frames are doing. And just because the London session pushed us up doesn't mean that that's going to hold. That could be the high now, and we could start to head back down. Because what happened yesterday, the same thing happened yesterday is happening today. So maybe we can take advantage of that, right? So when you start to look at those kind of patterns, there might be opportunity there. But once again, if we do break up, we have to break up in a significant way so that the buys are valid at that point.
Looking for price to break out of the consolidation, close above resistance. Okay. I guess we'll have to wait for a support form at this point. Let's take a look here. Yep, we do see a breakup over here. Yeah, might want to see a support area forming at this point, because stop is going to be, oh yeah, way too big, man. 48 pips.
I wanted to get in on that breakout candle, but I'd rather wait for that support for us to start heading out. That's a major level over there.
Yeah. The way gold is moving, gold is breaking every major level without retesting.
I see it shooting up to like 23 to 2500 next month.
That's the whole problem with gold now. Gold is like Bitcoin. There's no structure to the left. There's nothing. And okay, so once this candle breaks the low here, I'm gonna execute sells for it to continue moving bearish. Stop is going to be up over here at 139.015, and I'm going to anticipate the New York open volume to continue through this support all the way down to 138.700. Wow, man, it's crazy. Take a look at this 12-month chart. 12-month chart, straight bullish. There's nothing to the left. Absolutely nothing. This is like Bitcoin all over again. Check out gold. Looks like it's a perfect setup for a buy. Oh yeah, I mean, it's heading up. The only problem is now your stop is going to be below this current candle, and then you got the gold retracements. To be honest, I don't like trading gold at this point at all. It just retraces a lot. It leaves big wicks. It's just as tempting as it is, like as much as it pays, it's just not worth the stress. I mean, at least not for me.
Yeah, I think with gold, to be honest, if you're going to trade it, you really have to map out a zone. So 2053 was, like a resistance area, and then you would say like 2047 was a support. And I think if you come back down to 2053, like if it drops back into like 2053 to push back up, you would take a position. It's very, very difficult to trade. I traded it during FOMC. I haven't really touched it. I mean, obviously, if you click buy and you hold forever, it's going to keep going up. But the idea of missing an entry or like watching this entry happen now on the 5-minute, it dips like 10 or 20 pips in a 5-minute candle. You're playing with fire. To be honest, I mean, if you're going to take an entry at this point, I would probably take a buy stop, and like Raja said, your stop loss is pretty heavy. You take a buy stop here, your stop loss is over here, so maybe 20 30 pip stop loss, but then you're hoping that we're going up to a new high. It's very difficult, let's put it that way. I mean, if you want to gamble that, I mean, that's fine. I don't really feel comfortable trading those levels because we don't have any sort of range. Like I think yesterday we got that range where it plowed all the way up and then dipped all the way to like 20 like August, like 2044, right, or 2042. Then yeah, you would take buys all the way back up to 2053, and then that would be your trade. So look for the same thing over here on this side with gold, because gold just dipped all the way back again. So
Yeah, I took a sell on GJ here as it was breaking the low. And now we should look for 138,700. That's it.
I learned how to use TradingView yesterday. I'm pretty proficient at it now.
It's better than MetaTrader, right?
No, it's not. It's horrible.
Just
But I give you credit because the stuff that you do very easily, I was struggling like a madman. Like I couldn't even draw a straight line. I was just drawing a line just so that I could see some. That replay stuff was fun.
Oh yeah, you did that podcasting with the guy.
Yeah, it was good. It was actually really fun. I mean, Cam sort of like he grabbed me for a lot because he gave me choose candles, and then we got into a consolidation range. So I had to guess which way the consolidation was going each candle. It was ridiculous.
Oh.
Like literally every candle it was a zone from here to here, and he's like, okay, pick the candle, and the candles were wicking like this. So
Pick the candle.
I'm like, this is not fun, but yeah, no, it was good. He wants to do a challenge between the two of us. So after you do yours, if you go and do it, he wants to put traders against each other. So like we would each take a trade and see who gets like a better ROI, whoever wins. We were talking about it where you would both do a simulation at the same time and like have a battle, like best of 5 trades or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Raja.
Hey.
Yeah, I was just wondering, you took this sell, and previously the candle was rejected at 820. So if it if this candle comes back, so would you be thinking to close the trade at the top of this current week?
Top? No, I'll be thinking to maybe close it at 138,700.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because the entire reason is this entire move up was from the interest rates, and as what I've seen in the past is that the rates were kept the same, there was no change, so there's always a move, right? So this move happened with the rates keeping the same. So essentially there was no change made fundamentally, right? There was no change. So when there was no change, and this was an impulse moves on the pound I've seen being corrected more times than not. So that's why I took the sell. The sell was based on the candle breaking the low over here. I took the entry a little bit early, so it's like a 1 pip above that area, but still, it's still good. Stop is above the previous candle, which is also the 30-minute candle. And yeah, I mean, if this closes bearish, there's a very high probability we're going to continue down to this area. This is a support. And then we're going to move into the New York Open. And I think New York Open can bring us down towards 138,700. So yeah, let's see what happens. Oh, what's this? If we look at this 4-hour candle, it broke and closed above 139 key level. Can it be liquidity grab for the current 4-hour to continue moving bullish? Yeah, for this 4-hour to continue moving bullish, you would need support forming on the 30-minute and the 1-hour time frame for that 4-hour to continue moving bullish, right? And if it doesn't, then it doesn't. Hey, I have a question. If gold is rising, does it mean that people are not confident in the USD, and also implies that the investors are also not confident in the stock market? I have no idea. Someone asked me that before, and my answer was, well, because, like Trump is trying to extend the elections, and that's causing uncertainty in the dollar, so gold is just moving up. Will you close 50% at the middle of the stop loss, Raja? Yeah, I mean, if we do come up towards 138,960, I might remove some portion of the trade. But so far, I do believe that, this move up should get corrected. Can you explain the significance of the pre-Asian, London, etc.? What significance do they have generally on momentum? And what time generally? Well, pre-London happens before London, so that's the time right there. Pre-New York happens before New York opens, so anything before 8 a.m. Eastern is pre-New York. So if I look right now, this 30-minute candle, this is coming up over here. So if this 15-minute candle closes above this area, like my entry, then I'm going to close 50% of my position. If it closes bullish, I'll still close 50% of my positions. But if it closes below the entry, because the entry is right at this low over here, if it closes below the entry, then I'm going to keep my position open, because then we're going to continue down towards 138,700. Yesterday, daily candle closed bullish and formed support. Don't you think it's not moved only because the new structure was bullish too? Don't you think it's not moved? Moved where? Up? Bullish? Did it not move bullish or bearish? Because it's good to predict daily candles, but it's also really important to look at the smaller time frame candles too, because you guys have to understand, smaller time frame candles are going to slowly build up your higher time frame candles. So if a daily candle is bullish, that doesn't mean the next daily candle is going to go up. For the next daily candle to go up, you need support to be formed on the smaller time frames. Just like Kush here mentioned that, okay, if the previous 4-hour candle closed above this support right over here, right? If it closed above this support, shouldn't this 4-hour candle continue going up? And my answer is no, because you need a support forming on, let's say, the 30-minute or the 1-hour to support that idea that, okay, now 4 hours should continue moving up. And, that support can form, but like my bias is bearish, so that's why I'm in these sells over here. I think we can continue moving down. This 15-minute candle is about to close right now. And I think if it closes, below this area, we have a higher probability to break this area and continue bearish. So we'll see what happens. I can be wrong, and if I'm wrong, then that's good because then I can reduce my stop loss. I can take some risk off. The whole problem is like when people take trades, oh wow, man, gold is still running up. Damn, 48. This thing moved up 22 pips and retraced 22 pips. Man, this is why I don't trade gold. Oh, god damn. Yeah, I'm staying far away from gold. Look at this 15-minute now, right? So now, this is how I'm managing my risk over here. I'm in the sell, and if this 15-minute candle breaks the high of the previous 15-minute candle, at that point, I'm going to be closing 50% of my positions, and I'm going to be letting the rest run. You know, so, but if it respects the high, then it should continue moving down, and at NY Open, we should continue down towards 138.700. I don't think the trade is going to play out. Price is currently on a 4-hour support. Well, we'll wait and see. We will wait and see. I gave my bias. I gave my complete explanation. I gave my explanation on take profit, explanation on managing risk, explanation on why it should go down, all of that. You know, so if you think gold's GJ is going to go up, then maybe you should give your explanation why it should go up.
I think with gold, you could probably grab a 15-minute entry, a buy stop above the previous wick. It should continue. And then just use a stop loss down over here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just see if we can grab an entry. There we go.
To fill the wick.
Mm-hmm. See how fast we can move up to this.
Crazy, crazy moves on gold. Someone said that's a tough trade on GJ. No, it's not. It's an average day here today. It's an average trade. We just need a bit of a volume in the market, and the volume is going to come with NY Open, so it's cool. NY Open will bring it down to 138.700. Probably gold's going to fill this wick here too.
Yeah.
I feel like you're gonna need that horn again, Raja.
Yeah.
There we go. Close 10 pips. Gold, Jesus. And GJ's running too. Yeah, that gold trade was pretty straightforward because it had that 15-minute pullback and then it just took off again. I like those kind of trades. Take 10 pips out of that little range and call it a day. Because you got this liquidity here to fill this area over here, so it's like pretty simple, especially in momentum. But make sure you get out because you're only playing that 15-minute range. Don't play the greed game in this case because you just want a piece of that 15-minute wick. If it pushes up, that's fine, but don't force it. I already exited the trade. It took 2 minutes, that trade. So I'm not looking to hang on. I'll watch GJ fall to the ground.
Yes.
Stress-free trading.
Yes.
What would one do with 24 hours in a day when he finishes work in 10 minutes? Oh, there's lots of things to do, trust me. There's so many things to do.
Make me some decals for this wall. All right, we're coming into the support. I think we should, oh, we're dropping down. Come on. I don't think I've had a loss this week at all. It's all been wins this week so far. Monday was a win.
Yeah. I mean, when we have these kind of big ranges where things do what they do, things are easy. Like gold just shot up another 10 pips, right? So it's easy to call trades, right? You look like a genius because you're just trading with the trend. It's understanding at these kind of trades that are very easy, it's leaving the market for the rest of the day because you got your profits and you're happy.
All right. All right, so I'm securing 10 pips right over here. Secured 10 pips. 10 pips have been secured at this point. And now we should continue moving down towards 138,700. So beautiful. You know, some people didn't take the trade. Some people doubted. Some people doubted our analysis, man. Come on, man. You can't doubt our analysis. Analysis was there. It was strong. And what a move. Nice move. $10 pips stress-free trading. Man, I need to fix these magic keys. They keep opening. I just looked at it. They opened a sell and then opened a buy and then they opened one more sell. Yeah, we should continue down towards 138,700. So you know, if you took this trade and if you had 10 pips, 11 pips, 12 pips, man, just put a runner. You know, have a runner running. Give a like on the stream because man, we do this every day and we win every day. I can't even lie about this. We're doing it every day.
Yeah, so this area here is rejection. And then we tapped one more time and you can see, so going back to what I discussed earlier, you could use this as your zone, right? So if we do this, this is your zone, right? And you can see, remember we talked about this earlier on the daily level, we were talking about this area over here and I said, well, you know, normally you'd start to look at maybe this section over here and you can see this wick, and then this wick actually left the zone. So it started to drop and then you just look to the left over here and you see that there's clean candles there, strong bodies. So you'll get another strong body over here. And we should probably tap out to about here, to be honest. I mean, then eventually to here. You got another 8 minutes till the hour close. So.
Every day, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the thing with Cam yesterday, trading nut, there was no pressure on me to do well or not do well. I think, you know, it's a great idea. There were things, I mean, if I was actually really, I mean, I don't want to say I wasn't trying because I was trying, but there were things that I would have done, you know, like obviously move stops into profits, things like that, like when I normally trade. But there, I mean, it's a simulator, right? So you're looking to see what we can do and get the right, for the most part. I think I have one bad trade that was just horrible in terms of analysis, but I think the other trades went really well because I think we did 5 trades, and I think 4 of the analyses were correct, like they were spot on. 2 of them, I think I didn't put my stops in or take profit, so I should have taken profit earlier on 2 of them, and then there was one that was just wonky, like it just like I think there were 2 that were wonky that just. One was just bad analysis, and then the second one was unexpected news, I think. But then the other 3 were just like simple wins, but I didn't secure profits properly. But yeah, it was fun.
Man, I'm so happy about this trade. 15 pips over here.
Tell me about it. I'm 45 because I have 3 positions.
Ooh. 1 horn for Kervin.
Let's get it. Easy trade, man. Because yeah, basically the rate kept the same, like you said, and so this move should be corrected.
Yeah, man. I mean, I've seen this happen a lot of times. When did you move into profit? I just don't understand. I mean, are your eyes open? Are you even watching the screen right now? It's just, god damn. Why are you even trading, man? This is just crazy. Is this a prank?
So I got a nice little YouTube content video for the stream.
Oh, look at that.
Ooh, got a little surprise video coming up.
Oh, nice, Daniel. Perfect. Come on, 138,700.
So I actually got my camera, right, and I documented the whole entire thing, right. I was like, man, you know, we're gonna take a trade today. We're gonna risk 3% with Mr. Wicks Don't Lie. Made $3,000 on this trade. Amazing.
Nice. You owe me a steak now. You owe me a steak when I'm in Miami. Not a shawarma, but a steak.
I got a pre-roll for you, brother.
All right, perfect. Well, I guess that was the trade here for today. I mean, if you guys caught this trade, don't forget to like the stream because it helps. Ooh, it helps a lot of people.
Yeah, man.
Someone said I won a live Astro FX class. I don't know. I don't want to steal their show, man. I don't want to go to their class. I might steal the thunder.
I just don't talk about them. I don't want 1,000 posts against me again. It's so annoying. It's so annoying.
What about 138,500 on GJ? I don't know about 138,500. All I know is about 138,700. That's it. That's it. And just be happy. Be happy you win a trade. Don't think about, oh, okay, we're at 138,700. I'm going to hold it at 138,500. That's the wrong mentality to have. Just be happy. You know how when people give out signals, signal providers are better than you because they actually give you TP. They're like, okay, TP here. After that, wait for the next signal. You know, so just be like that. 138,700, 138,740, 750, close enough, call it a day. There's no reason for you to start looking at, oh, shoulda, woulda, coulda. I should have done this, coulda won this. You know, I mean, who cares? You know, we had 3,500 people watching this and 3,500 people. Man, this is crazy. Can you imagine 3,500 people in a stadium in front of you? Damn. Let me get my auction. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming down towards 138,700. 138,700 on its way right now. 138,700. We're about to come into New York Open right now. New York Open is going to get up to 138,700. Come on. 138. Can we have 138,700?
It's going to be like a 1 minute candle. It's going to break right through.
You have the perfect microphone to do that voice too.
Yeah.
Like typical horse racing.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, gold ran pretty well too. So if you were in gold, you did well.
Yeah, Ted, I hopped in that and secured that on the.
Nice. Yeah, that was pretty straightforward. I grabbed 10. I actually grabbed 11 pips on that, so that was good.
Nice.
But it's still moving. It'll probably go up to 60s now.
It did run pretty well.
Gold moves, man. It moves quick. Once you're in that trade, it's
yeah. Yeah, like literally entered 7:45, closed at 7:47.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. It's like, all right, cool. That's fun.
Man, that's what trading is. You make your money within minutes, you're done. All right. Are we going to get 138,700? 138,700. Come on. 138,730, 730, 730, 733, 733, 138,700. 138,700. Come on. 138,723, 723. Come on. Oh no. Come on, man. Come down.
It's literally gonna hang around that area.
Yeah.
Damn.
Let's pressure GJ.
To be honest, my target on these cells are 136 500.
Holy cow!
Oh.
I mean, no, 138 500.
Oh, sorry, I was about to say, it's like 136.
No,
Jeez.
yeah, sorry,
Kerwin,
my bad.
pass me.
Kerwin
138
lives in the
500.
UK now. He lives in the UK.
No, 138.
Yeah.
138 500.
138 500.
Right at the middle of that range, the previous range.
It'll be interesting because if the daily candle actually flips, I mean, I'm not saying that it will, but if it actually did, like if you got in this trade right now and you wanted to go greedy and you said, okay, I'll put my stop at break even, and if the daily candle flipped, man, you could probably drop all the way down to 135, 138, 100 if the daily candle was to flip, if you got really greedy. But I mean, I don't suggest it, but man, it would be pretty entertaining to watch that happen.
Well, that was the trade.
Yeah. I mean, if you got out before 8 o'clock, you're good.
Oh, we didn't get 138,700 yet.
There should be no one who's taken a loss today on this stream. Gold buys and GJ sells. You should have won on either one of those or locked in profits or something.
You know, to be honest, there were no confirmations for GJ buys. Zero. I mean, you can argue that the selling confirmation was risky. I agree it was risky, but there were no confirmation for buys.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I didn't like the sells myself. I understood what you were doing, but I couldn't pull the trigger. I like gold buys just because we were just trending, but the gold sell made sense once we had that zone that was formed on the upper side there. And I mean, logically speaking, if we don't break 139, we're obviously going down, right? So I mean, you can argue that, and from a simple caveman logic, it's like, well, if it's not buys, it should be sells, right? But I hate counter trending.
On this trade, why weren't you scared of all the wicks to the left? I think you should only be scared if you're risking too much. I mean, I think the best thing to do is to re-watch this whole stream and really understand the entire analysis behind this trade. I still can't believe Forex this is unbelievable. No boss, no restraints, everything on you, financial freedom. Yeah, financial freedom. That's it.
Is it too late to get into gold? Probably not. I think, but you're gonna be very careful because now there's a support created on the hourly. So what you'd probably want to do is just, if you're going to take a gold trade, your stop loss is below there, and it'll just take off. Like, so you're just holding on for dear life with gold at this point. Like, so if you got in at, I think if you got in at 2000 or 2056 and you're still holding, you should probably secure a bit and just let it run. But I mean, that's like 50 pips now in the last 15 minutes.
You know what? I think this is just pricing in the bad news at 8:30. That's what I think. Can you see the documentation? Is it good? Let's take a look here. Price created a minor resistance on 15-minute time frame, so NY Open pushes the no. This wasn't the NY Open. This was pre-NY. This was Wix WDT. I don't know what that is. Okay, looks good. Yeah, it looks good. Ooh, looks like we're coming down to 138,700. Come on, 138,700. It's gonna be raining horns over here soon. Let's get to 138,700. Some people say, "Oh, these guys are so immature." Ooh, Zoom can hear the music. All right.
Yeah, but we like it.
Yeah, I made around $180 on this move down.
Should continue.
Yeah, should continue down to 138,700.
Yeah.
Yep.
138,700. 138,
All the time
726.
frames looks good.
728,
5,
720.
15, 30, 1 hour.
Come on, GJ.
138, 723, 723, 724, 723, 719, 720, 700! 138, 700! Come on, let's go, let's go! One down, GJ! Ooh, drop pin! Drop pin!
That's a good win right there.
Hey, Kerwin!
Kerwin!
Let's go!
The Matador.
Oh, man.
Honestly, this should be a morning talk show. We need to get on like Spotify or like what is it, Sirius Radio? Because
I know, right?
this has turned into just like a circus.
I mean, if we had a podcast, we'll probably get some
We
money.
should have a channel on XM Radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, from where you bought that horn?
And we have a special guest like that just popping up. It's...
Raja, have you seen the local buses in Pakistan? They have the horn like
Yeah. Yeah.
You should buy that.
Do you want me to
Okay. 5
Oh,
pips
man.
more.
Wow.
There it goes.
There are comments.
It's going off the screen.
Holy, what a move there, man. After this, price can do whatever the fuck it wants. I don't care what it's doing.
Yeah.
Well, the gulag. You're lucky you're the gulag because you made free money today.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, literally free money.
I fucking secure 40 pips. I'm gonna let one run. And that's it.
I thought we were gonna get like a slight pullback at 8 a.m. So I didn't get into any sells, but no.
Yeah.
Oh, what a session today. I'm exhausted.
Like literally, you can stop it right now and be like, "Yeah, we're done."
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I gotta wait for the news over here. I gotta see what the news is gonna do.
And literally not drag down, man.
I know.
Yeah. There was no drawdown. Not even on gold. Not even on this GJ.
No, yeah, gold is still moving. GJ is still moving. Gold will probably still fly. I think gold will probably hit. I don't even know anymore. It'll just keep moving. I mean, at this point, I guess you can just take a buy on gold, close your eyes, and just hold and pray.
Hope for the best. Yeah.
Yeah, like it just keeps moving up. Even like the 5-minute candles, they're all in sequence, right? Like each wick is finishing a little bit higher than the previous one, so it just keeps pushing up, right? So if you were looking for entries on gold, it's like, I mean, all you had to do is say to yourself, okay, as long as this wick here doesn't go below this, it's a buy. As long as this wick over here doesn't go below this one, it's a buy. As long as this wick over here doesn't, it's a buy. Same thing with this one, it's a buy. And you can use your stops at these points too on the 5-minute candles to drive up. And then as soon as it breaks out of this area, you go to your higher time frame, and you can just have like a 15-minute support or a 15-minute stop loss or a 30-minute stop loss at that point. But it just keeps moving. So. Seems like everybody's winning, so that's nice.
Yeah. Oh, first week here and I'm 18%. Oh, nice, man. Great. Now, if you take a trade after this, you don't deserve to trade at all.
Yeah. And everyone says gold to 3,000. I mean,
Okay.
if gold is to 3,000, I want someone to hold it, and I don't want someone putting a 0.01 lot on. to 3,000, because I could do that too and just close my MT4 and either make $100 or lose $100. There has to be some sort of significance to why you're doing that. And technically speaking, if you do believe gold is going up to that, you could start at 0.01. I don't mind that, but you should be scaling in more positions as you make more profit because you believe you're going to 3,000, right? So you should be upping. You should be you should go from 0.01 to your last position scaled in should be probably like 1.0. Like you should, if you're that confident in your position, just keep scaling in because you'll multiply your money and it's risk free because you're using the equity from the first position to pay for the other positions. But I mean, everyone keeps talking about gold to this, gold to that. It's like, man, like put some weight on it then. I mean, like if you're that confident, just put some weight on it so that you can actually make some money. Don't well, I think it's going to 3,000, so I'm just going to put a 0.01. It's like, well, I mean, I can go to the casino and play one hand of blackjack at $100 and either win or lose, and I make more money than you in 2 minutes than you did in like 60 days, right? Like that's the kind of, well, I mean, that's the thing, right? So that's the kind of idea that you want to do. Like I get it, people don't have large accounts, and I agree 100% you're going to use a 0.01, but if you're that confident and you're that deep in profits, start scaling in other positions so that you can take advantage of that, because you're not going to lose at that point, because you can do calculations and you can say, okay, my first position now, what 0.01 is like $20 in profit, I can afford to use a 0.05 and now have that one run, and that could be like the next 10 pips, that'll be another $20 or whatever, another $5, $10, and then I can keep scaling in so that all my positions are building off of my previous ones. And at that point, my $100 account can turn into a $1,000 account with no risk, because all I've done is I've just worked on one pair and I've just scaled in larger lot sizes using the equity from the previous positions. So I mean, that's where if you wanted to do it properly, that's ideally what you would do, to be honest. If you think gold's going to move up another $1,000 over the next year, that's sort of how you would do it. But who knows? I hope it does for everybody's sake. What would be the stop be $100 US with 0.01? Well, I mean, you would have to figure that out. I mean, I think at this point, if you're taking a position with 0.01, if you're going to $3,000, I don't know, like maybe like work off the weekly, maybe 1971 would be your stop, and 3,000 would be your take profit. I mean, you just have to figure out your risk. When you first learning to trade, what personally believe you pushed you to the next level? I don't know, just repetition. How do you tell if gold will fill the wick when you took the long trade just now? Because we had momentum, and there was nothing to tell me that gold was selling. Just look at the 15-minute candles on gold. The last maybe 5-6 candles, there's no sell on gold. So it's a little bit easy to do that.
You saw how the Dow came back to the same price as yesterday?
Yep. Yeah, I pulled all the way back. That 200 level is pretty tight. We literally almost came up to the 300s, but we came up to 290 and then dipped down again.
Yeah, thank God you noticed that June spike.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even see it, to be honest.
Yeah, no, the one at 120 and stuff like that. Yeah, that was, I mean, we did actually get to like 200, so we got the top of that level from July 20th and July 10th, but still, it was a little scary. Who bought gold? I think everybody bought gold. Gold just keeps moving like a train. What advice would you give to an 18-year-old who wants to become a trader? Go to school, take university courses, finance, take corporate finance, economics, things of that nature to help your trading. And also take accounting so that you don't have to pay an accountant to do your taxes. You can learn about taxes yourself and become self-sufficient. Yeah, there goes gold. Bye-bye gold. Would you say momentum 80% of the time plays out like Raja has started testing 15 minute? That question is too ambiguous. I don't understand what 80% of the time is, to be honest. Like, I'm not being facetious, but 80% of the time of what? Like 80% of the time during what? You know, like you need a little bit more of a definition of 80% of the time, because 80% of the time you're saying like every trade, every chart, every candle. Like, it's you need more in depth for that. Gold is still running. People took the trade earlier. Congratulations.
Yeah, man, this thing is just going. All right, let's take a look at this chart here. This is USD CAD. If price closes above 1.33, look for buys, I guess. Okay, makes sense. So continue up towards this area here and then towards this consolidation area. We got news coming in as well, the USD news. Yeah, we got around 12 minutes left. Why my candlesticks on MetaTrader look different than TradingView opening and closing price is different? Because this spread. MetaTrader takes into account spread. TradingView does not take into account spread. So if you look at the both things, then you're going to get confused. What I do is I only look at my little laptop here on the side for the entry. I click entry and then I click, exit. Still want GJ to go to 138.500. Yeah, sure. I mean, 138.500 down over here. Sure, it can go to 138.500. But first we need to break below 138.700 over here. Yeah, that area here. I think this is going to be a really good highlight for today. Yes, crazy.
Gold is still going, so congratulations to all those goals.
Damn.
Oh man, look at that.
God, yeah.
Wow. This is where you call gold, Ted, right over here.
Yeah, I know. Fill
It's
the
up.
wick.
Oof.
It's like 50 pips.
Fill the wick. I just wanted a wick fill, but now we got a little bit more. I'm glad everybody made a winning trade.
But you called it like around 7:30, right?
7:45.
It's been an amazing week. The Gulag must be happy.
Yeah,
Oh, they should be happy, man.
Yeah.
We supported the Gulag today.
Yeah. Alright, let's take a look at this chart. This is if price. Oh, what's this? If current candle closed bearish to make a resistance, would it be a good idea to enter on the break of the candle low to the next candle? No, because there's this support over here. So you would want this support to get broken and then look for a continuation down to this area. That's what I would want to see. But now after this trade is done, after my trade is done over here, I'm not even worried about where price is going to go, honestly. You know, I know people, they're looking at charts, they're looking to see, okay, what if this can happen, if they can really see if certain things can play out after a winning trade. My secret is if I've won a trade, I'm not spending my brain power in to look for another trade or even look to kind of like study to see if a trade plays out or not. I'm not doing that at all. I know the next time I'm going to be using my brain power to even look for a trade is going to be maybe in the Asian session or in the New York session tomorrow. So you got to really conserve your brain power, you know. I'm not using that at all right now to look for trades. What I'm using my brain power is to maybe think what I'm gonna have for breakfast later on.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, this trade was done like 45 minutes ago. The day is done.
So beautiful, man. I mean, yeah. My whole thing is that I should be trading big candles, right? And this is a big candle I traded. This was a big candle trade. That's it. These small candles, these aren't trades, man. Big candles are trades. Look at gold. Look at this monster over here. Oh, damn, this monster, man. 48, 50 pips big. Look at this 5-minute candle. Boom.
Incredible.
I watched some of your first videos. You make your trading way more better from that. Oh yeah, like the videos from way before, very hard. Now, super easy, because we've evolved over the years, you know, really evolved over the years. When you come to London, where can we find you? What will you be doing? We owe you a drink. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up having alcohol poisoning. Yeah, we're gonna do a big, meet and greet in London when I'm there. Probably like Friday or Saturday. What is mean by traffic in candles and why we are using that clean traffic and what is behind that traffic? Behind the traffic is more traffic. There's probably a police officer behind the traffic.
Damn.
Yeah. It's basically, this term is, I mean, I came up with this term just to be, you know, just to explain things to myself, you know. And the whole idea was that, okay, whenever candles are moving, candles are always looking left. Candles are always looking left to see what's happening to the left. If candles are moving down and candles look left and they see that, okay, there's a clean candle, there's a clean wick, then that means there's no traffic. So if the candle had no problem going up or whatever it did over here, then it shouldn't have any problem going down as well. You know, but then when we have, let's say like right over here, you know, you have this whole traffic here. So there's a lot of consolidation here. So when candles start to come into this area again, they'll start to consolidate again. I mean, I can't find a good example of high traffic, but I hope you understand.
You know what's funny? Cause I have a cousin. Yeah, you know the owner of the restaurant, the pizzeria restaurant.
Oh, the pizza guy.
Yeah. So basically, he told me to teach him how to trade, and he wants to get involved in Forex thing. But some of the terms that we use, it's really hard to translate to Spanish. For example, the booby trap candle. I was trying to tell him atrapa la teta candle. I mean,
What? The booby
yeah,
trap?
booby trap candle. How do you translate to
The
Spanish?
booby trap is like una trampa, like
Okay,
a trap.
but booby trap.
Oh well, yeah. If you're being like
Yeah.
specific, word by
Mhm.
word, booby is.
Atrapa
So it's
bobos.
really hard. Some of the terms are really hard.
I mean,
Atrapa
yeah,
bobos.
Really hard. Atrapa teta. Teta trapa.
Yeah, you gotta come up with a term if you're like translating to Spanish.
Yeah, some of the terms are really hard to translate.
Do you think we can fill the wicks on the US30 on the weekly? Yeah, I mean, we're at resistance here as far as I can see. I mean, I don't trade US30, but I don't think there's any point looking at the weekly when the 4 hour is bearish over here. So for the 4 hour to fill the wicks up there on the weekly to the left, you'll have to make some sort of support here to continue going up.
I think we might get a push tomorrow. Maybe today.
Maybe NFP?
Yeah,
No.
maybe. I don't know, but I'm not trading USD. Okay. Too stressful. This guy spent $1.6 million on this coronavirus relief on a Lamborghini.
Oh yeah, people did all sorts of stupid stuff. And people who don't have money, and when they get money, then they do stupid stuff because they don't know how to use.
They don't know how to roll.
Yeah, exactly. They don't know how to roll with money. What made you confident to take the GJSL when there was that support and lots of wicks to the left? Well, my friend Javan Mumtaz, I think if you go back and watch the recap, you'll know exactly why this trade was taken. The way how I explained my entry, the whole analysis was, I think in my eyes, it was just picture perfect. Like some people decided to sit out and just watch it. Some people decided to hold my hand and jump with me. It's like, no, hold my hand, jump, let's go. Next time, it's gonna happen again. Someone said, shut up, Raja. No, you shut up. Come on, man, be nice.
Oh man.
It would be fun to do. It would be fun to do this in like an auditorium where you have like like a stadium. Like we'll do like a Raja Cardone 10x event, like and then people will be. I just like to see people stand up on the mic and just come in and just start talking and you'd be like, shut up! I don't want to hear that.
You shut up.
Also, what did you say? Come up over here.
Have you ever watched Ben Shapiro on YouTube? Yes, that debater. Oh man, he goes ham on people. Like, because it's like almost everybody tries to come up to roast him, and then he just goes off on them, and they're just like, "Oh, sorry."
He has a baseball bat, and that bat has logic written on top of it.
Yeah, like so there's people that argue against what he does because he speaks so fast and he just throws facts at people so quickly that they don't have time to react. So that's why it sounds better than it is. But man, some of the stuff that he goes through, he just rips apart people. Oh man. I have a good time watching though. The other night I sat and watched for like 4 hours of him ripping into people. And some of the stuff was bad, but most of it was actually, he was pretty much correct in what he was saying. It's just people don't like his answers.
And the way he says it with so much confidence.
Yeah.
Certainty. Everyone's like, shit, now I don't want to say anything.
Yeah, I know. Like, I'd be afraid to talk to that guy in general, especially when he rips into the reporters. Like, why would you ever want to bring that guy onto like the news, like live? And actually talk with him. Like, that's the last thing I'd want to do because this guy's just going for your throat.
For cloud.
Yeah.
What was wrong with this trade? This is a good trade. You didn't take profits and you paid the price. That's basically what happened. Cause man, look, price went from 154 down to almost 0.50, almost like 10 pips. You didn't secure profits. You didn't put stops at break even. You didn't do none of that. And you show up to the stream and you this tells me you haven't learned anything and you paid the price. So, all right, we got news coming in over here. I mean, I don't think news is going to do anything because I think this was already priced in now. Let's see what happens. We got UJ, we got US30 here. We got gold here. 3, 2, 1. Oh, nothing, nothing, nothing.
If there is no left for the candle like gold now, how will be the move? Well, the move will be just exactly what you think it's going to be, probably up. But to where? We don't know. So maybe you have to wait for information. And if there's not enough information, then you can't take a trade. So that's something you have to keep in mind. That just because there's a pullback on a certain pair, especially gold, doesn't mean you can take a trade because you don't really know how to plan for that trade. So if you don't know how to plan for it, you can't really take it, right? This is where we have peer pressure and FOMO, where everyone's been showing charts of gold and taking gold trades. And it's like, if you can't find a trade, there's no trade for you to take. You can't turn around and ask somebody, how are you going to take a trade? That's like, we're in class right now and you're asking me how to solve a math problem. And then when it comes to the exam, you're not going to be able to do the math problem because you just want the answer. If you can't find the answer, then chances are there is no trade for you. If there's a trade for you, you'll be able to spot it with gold. So it's just important that you understand that 10 people could be taking a trade that you don't understand. That doesn't mean that you should try and jump in the trade. It just means that that's something that you should not be doing. Protect your capital. Don't worry about everybody else and what they're doing. People could be trading gold right now, buying and selling at the same time. Don't get caught up in the hype. If you can't see an opportunity, then there's no opportunity. Move to a different chart. Just be smart. You know, I know you think you're going to miss these millions of dollars in profits, but don't look at it that way. Think about it as, I am missing in the millions of dollars of losses that I could take because I don't understand what I'm doing. Think that logic all the time. How much am I willing to lose? And if you can constantly say that to yourself of, if I'm taking a trade and I don't feel comfortable losing, then I can't take a trade. I can only take a trade when I'm comfortable losing a certain amount.
Could you take a look at this? I observed this behavior with the 1 minute candles. Well, you're wrong right over there with the 1 minute candles. Well, I don't want to say wrong because that's not a politically correct statement in these days so far. 1 minute, I don't know. I honestly don't take this the wrong way, I have no opinions on 1 minute chart. If you think it works for you, it works for you. I have no opinions on 1 minute charts. One minute is very, very risky, and it takes a lot of practice, so I don't know.
News just destroyed gold.
Yep. Oh, this was GJ. Okay. Yeah, if you see the structure on the 1 minute and you can execute on it, I think it's pretty good. But for me, I'm not used to looking at 1 minute charts at all. So I stick to 30 minute, 15 minute, that's it. I think I'm done for the day. Not trading USD CAD after all. Didn't move like I planned. I'm a step away. Perfect. What's this? This is Euro USD. Bias is buy. Support being respected. Made impulse move after the break of the previous high of the 15-minute candle to continue up towards this area here. Yeah, it could work for it to continue up to this point. The idea that if price reject the higher time frame resistance will break the lower time frame resistance works today. Yes. And if you see GJ, GJ is doing what GJ does best. Just craziness. This is where you lose your profits. This is how you lose all your profits you make. And if you have done that, man, congratulations. Don't do that again tomorrow. Holy, full retracement on gold.
So
Man.
this is good for gold. So if you, when you look at gold now, you have a new high and you have a range. So what you can do is now you can say to yourself, hey, if gold is going to continue up, we are going to go here. And then what you can do is you can find entries down over here. So you'll look for like a pull and then this, and then, and you'll go right up to here again, right? Because if you look as an example, you can see over here, that's a perfect example of something like that, right? We had the high made, pulled all the way back, then flew all the way up. So same thing here, fly all the way back up again. So now you have a new high. So when people say I don't have anything to the left, it's like, well, now you do. You have this. So you know that eventually price is going to return there because price tapped, and that was an area that people didn't like, and now it flew back down, probably into this area here. So now what you can try and do is when you find a bullish candle to go up because the overall trend is up, you could potentially take buys at that point. Something to do, something to look at.
Do we need to wait for bullish candle or can we just enter because this is gold?
It's just too hard.
I think you need to wait for a candle to close in your direction and then take a buy, right? Theo, I think you need to stick to one pair. In the last month, I've seen you jump from multiple pairs. US 30, gold, GJ. I mean, you just gotta stick to one pair, man. Just one pair. I don't trade gold. I don't even think about gold. I don't even look at gold. I have nothing to do with gold. You know, sometimes maybe like 1%, 2% of the time I may trade gold, but 99% of the time I'm not even thinking about gold. All I'm thinking about is GJ and how I can win a trade on GJ, and that's it. That's it. I took a sell, I won the trade, and now I don't even care what price is doing right now. What's your win rate percentage? Well, for August, it's 100% so far. I mean, haven't lost a trade in August. What do you think about GJ? I think GJ is like kind of like retracing right now on the 4 hour. Hasn't really created a support. This 1 hour candle is rejecting 138,700, the area we had over there. And yeah, that's it. That's all what I think about GJ. I don't think about GJ after I won the trade. You know, after my trading time is done, after I've taken the trade, I don't like to think about the charts. I don't like to think about where price is, where price is going to go. All I know is that where price is going to be tomorrow. That's all I look at. How can I take a trade tomorrow? So, you know, if you got scammed and you won the trade today, I think just print that thing out, put it in front of your wall, and be like, okay, you know what? This is the trade I won, and I'm going to look for the same trade tomorrow. Why is GJ such a common pair to trade? It's not a common pair to trade. It's very common here in the stream because that's all, I mean, I trade.
Raja, can I ship to the old address, or you want to send me the new address?
Oh, I'll give you the new address.
Okay, all right. So thank you. Gotta go.
Thank you. Take care. How do your mentality affect trading after 20 lots to dropping to 1 lot now? No, it's okay. It's the same thing basically. There's nothing changed. The only thing was that last month when I was doing really high volume, it was really like taxing on the mindset. I mean, there was a lot of exhaustion, you know, because I was really pushing myself mentally. I was also pushing my account as well. So, you know, I decided to like, you know, kind of like cool off a little bit. Can Magic Keys be shipped overseas? Yes. The ship leaves Friday, so put your orders in before Friday so that it gets on the ship. And then it's going to be on its way. Can we get a fresh analysis on GJ on higher time frame? All right, let's do that. Let's take a look on the 4 hour, right? 4 hour is rejecting, first of all, it's rejecting this resistance. Oh, what's this? Pitchfork. 4 hours rejecting this resistance. It created a resistance up over here as well at 139, 100. Now someone can say, well, what about these levels? I'm not thinking about these levels right now. I'm just thinking about what's happening currently right now. Looking on the 1 hour time frame, 1 hour came down to this previous resistance formed yesterday and kind of like bounced up from it. Now it's continued to go up. We have a resistance at 139, 120 here. Let's go down to the 30-minute chart. 30-minute is still in this range. I mean, can't take a buy, can't take a sell. I mean, if you're looking for buys, I think good buys are going to be above 139, 130, even above 140. This is going to be pretty good buys above that area. That's what I would be looking at. This is gold. If I get a pullback into this golden zone, it will also be a break and retest for some good confluence for longs. Okay. Well, if you can get confirmations, then it can be a good confluence to go up. I mean, we had a chart like this sent yesterday. Oh, is it the same person who sent the chart with your JPY the other day with the fibs and it just destroyed? Yeah, we saw a chart like that yesterday. A lot of fantastic content on microfluidity. Thank you for your hard work and those slide presentations. Oh, thank you. RJ, can you tell me when do you have a document on this course, please? There is no document on this course. There's no course. I don't have a course, so stop looking for the course. See you tomorrow. What's going on with GJ? GJ is just having a reaction to this area over here. That's always happening to GJ. It's something we talked about earlier on, that sometimes price is going to move in a way where we wouldn't know what price is doing, why it's doing it. So this is what's happening right now. This We can't explain it. It's just GJ. That's it. You can't explain it. It's just GBPJPY. The biggest problem people have in trading is because they try to solve the market. They try to solve every move that price makes. And for the most part, man, 70% of the time, you cannot solve what price is going to do. You cannot solve moves. That's basically it. You can only solve things which you've seen before and you can like act on it. Like this morning, we had a sell on GPJPY after this area. Price went down, hit take profit, perfect move. This move here, this unprecedented move. It is what it is. We got 15 minutes left for the 4-hour candle to close, and yeah, that's it. How many pips do you recommend for a minimum? I don't know. Depends on what you're doing. If you're looking at daily time frames, 4-hour, 1 hour, 30-minute, 15-minute, depends. Who will be the guest tomorrow? NFP will be the guest tomorrow. There's no guest so far lined up for tomorrow. I reached out to some controversial people to be as guests, and they haven't replied back yet. So I guess we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Yo, Raja Wagwan Rasta. Yes, sir. Yaman. GJ in 15 minutes, I reach resistance. Can you review it? Yes. Send a chart, please. What kind of clothes should I wear when trading? The clothes I wear when I trade is this one right over here. These are $6 shirts. I buy $6 shirts every 2 weeks. $6 shirts. These are the t-shirts I buy every 2 weeks. You can buy 10 t-shirts for $50. Yeah, see, 10 for 50. I buy them every 2 weeks. These are really good t-shirts, man. Oh, they got some new designs here too. This is a new design here. This is also a new design. Cancel cultists. Yeah, see, they got everything. Graphics, vintage, Greek, food, coffee, politics. Let's go to politics. But they shrink. Yeah, they shrink a lot. If you buy a large, it's going to shrink to a medium or even small. So you can only wear them like once or twice. Yeah, this is a good quality shirt. These for $12. Ooh, this is another new one. What's up? Can you tell me about my analysis? All right, let's tell you about your analysis here. Let's take a look. Okay, SPX 500. 1 hour, 4 hour bullish, waiting for close of confirmation. You're looking for sells over here. I think you want to look for some sort of resistance forming in this area to take a sell. Yeah, you'd want to see a resistance forming in that area.
It should definitely wait until like 9:30. See how it sets up. Because yesterday you didn't get that push on the S&P like you did on the US 30, so I don't know how it's gonna move.
Yeah, it's gonna be tricky. Hey, quick question. I deposited money in MT5 terminal for Traders Domain, but it is not allowing me to trade. I see the deposit in the terminal, but it does not give me an option to open the trade. Do you know what might be causing this problem? Daniel, if I worked for Traders Domain, I would know that answer, but I don't work for Traders Domain. I have no idea. I honestly have no idea. The best place to go is the Traders Domain support. So, I don't know, like maybe make a video, do a screenshot and send it to them. I don't know, but I have no idea. It should work. You mostly use Black Bull? No, I use Vantage FX. Just woke up. You already make the trades? Anyone know? Yes, you woke up late today. Yeah, man, Gulag just ask. Sometimes Gulag just asks the most dumbass questions sometimes. Alright. Let's take a look at this chart here. Price is in an uptrend. Usually you would take a trade to test the high. Why not today? Because there was no confirmations, man. What confirmation was here? There was no confirmation to take a buy. Candle just went straight up. There was no confirmation. I took a sell. I think good buys on GJ are going to be above 139, 130, 140, so that you can say goodbye to the resistance. You guys want to know? You guys want to see something hilarious? I've never done this before.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Alright. Let me show you guys something hilarious. This is, after I show you guys this, then I'm just gonna log off the stream because, you know, my trading day has ended here anyway. Alright, let's just sign in. Need to sign in first. Okay, and how do you, oh, there we go. All right, it's coming up right now. They have posted it. And now I want to see where the link is. All right, let's take a look at this. This is how the influencers on Instagram make you believe that they are successful, right? And since we are traders, we have eyes of hawks. We have eagle eyes, you know, because when you have eagle eyes, you're looking for good entries, you're looking at good take profits and exits and stuff like that. And then you get something like this. Let's take a look at this. I'm not going to name this influencer, but I'm just going to show how this is just so very false, you know. So if we zoom in over here, look at this. So the buy, they have a buy open. The buy is open at 50-cent lot. It's a 50-cent lot buy open over here. But what's shown over here is 40. You know, so this is to make people think that they're trading a 40 lot, but in reality, it's a 50-cent lot. It's crazy. Crazy.
That might be one of the most outrageous things I've ever seen.
That's like, apart from buying followers and this, man, this is crazy, man.
That's been going on for a while already.
I mean, just be dumb, but not this dumb. Come on.
Doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense, man.
Yeah, he's been doing that for a while already. Like,
hey, listen, if you want to say names, don't.
Who's that, Mac?
Yeah, that's where you get kicked, man.
That's Mac. That's Mac.
That's me, right?
Yeah.
I've been doing that for a while already.
Yeah, come on, man. Mac, come on.
I didn't say no names. I said, you know, almost a month I've been doing that.
So you know that.
Of course I know who's that.
Come on, man.
All right, I'm gonna head off, everybody. Take
Bye.
care.
Okay.
Don't overtrade. No
Thank you.
overtrading.
Thank you so much, Raja. It was an amazing morning.
Go
man.
on.
Okay, mate.
All right, take care, mate.
Beautiful morning.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Shukriya. Love you all.
Shukriya.
Time for some drinks, I guess.
Drinking time.